There we go. And I ended up changing the speaker cord, so let's see how that turns out. Oh shit. Alright. Let me know if you can hear me in the chat. Mic check, mic check. Let me make sure this is the right one. Yep. Alrighty then. Alright, so we get ready to get started on mastering the art of assertive communication. Mastering the art of assertive communication. Yes. We've been talking about communication, which I call my new series this month, the Cupid's Challenge. The Cupid Challenge was all about learning the ways that we've communicated with ourselves, okay? And having an opportunity to choose by now what we know, how we desire to communicate with ourselves. Now listen, there's no right way, there's no wrong way to communicate with yourself. It's just a way to communicate with yourself. Only you will know the way you want to talk to you. And only you would know what you can take talking to you. So, we talked about the main 4 pillars of communication, namely 3, today will be the 4th. The first was passive communication. How sometimes we want to say something, want to speak up for ourselves, but because of fear and because of this notion that we have to tread softly or walk on thin ice to not break patterns or things up, we tend to be quiet. We tend to play the background or be nice. People please. You got next, aggressive. Because boy, oh boy, if you ever hold back, what will ever happen? What can happen when you hold back? How you feel. You bottle it up, you store it up. What happens when you store emotions and don't express them? A buildup. Is this the same thing that happens when you shake up a pot? What happens? And you open it. Listen, you can shake up listen, we ain't naive here. You can shake up a 2-liter Pepsi. Shake that joint up. And you know, based on how it now feels so tight, it looked like you just want to. So now what you do, especially when you're in the car, you're taking that from the car to the house now, you're very gentle with it because you don't want to drop it. Because if you drop it, it's already look like it's about to bust and explode for how tight it is, and it just look all shook up. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just know pop, bro. You just know, like, oh, I can't drop this. It's over if I drop it. Gone. But if I open it right now, it's gonna just go everywhere. It's gonna explode if I try to open it up. So, yeah, you don't want to do that part either. But yeah, when you passive though, you build up a lot of pent up emotion. And when you have pent up emotion, the only other thing you desire to do as a shooking pop is explode. So what comes after this explosion? Because some guilt comes. You feel bad. Now you become passive aggressive. Now you don't express yourself fully and you use sarcasm too, because you're not trying to blow up like you did before. So now instead of just being aggressive, you choose passive aggressiveness now, and that is like a form of sarcasm. You know, it's not something direct, so it's passive, but it still helps me to express myself aggressively. But that's what sarcasm is. It's just a passive aggressive communication because you may be afraid to blow up and also speak. So it's like, but you gonna speak because you still angry. You know what I'm saying? You still feeling aggressive, but you now have passivity there, and the only other form of communication would be like gaslighting, sarcasm. These are like passive aggressive statements, you know. So now we went through that aspect of being passive aggressive, and today we are here at assertiveness, because after this passive aggressiveness, it's like, what next? Because passive communication don't work. Aggressive communication don't work. Passive aggressive, that type of communication never works. So it's like, what else can help you really like see yourself, observe yourself, learn yourself, remind yourself, be more confident in yourself? What communication style can really help explore that part of yourself? The only other way is direct assertiveness. That's it. You just gotta be assertive, yo. That's the only thing that matters about when someone says, I want to get to know you. Maybe they don't say it, but they do want to get to know you. What do they want to get to know? The real you, the direct you, the assertive you. I want to get to just know the authentic, genuine you. Can you be assertive in expressing who you are to me? That is what we're going to be discussing on today. The last day of the month, the last message of communication, which is assertive communication. This is what we're going to be expressing and talking about today. So let us, as we master this art of assertive communication, we're going to give you 5 game-changing communicative ways to do so. Do those, yes, we are. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. Shout out to Grace's Me in the building for the bits. I always appreciate that. Thank you, my hearts. All right. Let's get to this. So there are some key principles. There's some key principles to assertive communication, okay? We're gonna hit these 4 principles that are very key to being assertive. Number 1, the first thing, listen, when it comes to assertive and being direct with yourself in your relationship with yourself, your friend, your family, your lovers, whoever, when it comes to being assertive, the first key principle to have is mutual respect. Mutual respect. Why? Because you value your needs, you will value their needs. What is a need? A need is something that they feel as though they need right now. It's a characteristic. It is a personality trait. It's what they feel as though they need right now to be the character they are. Perseverance builds patience. Patience builds your character. It just shows you who you are. More of. But when you can't press through some shit, you have to be direct and honest about, hey, I ain't right there yet. I don't see myself graciously there right now. I just don't. So I know how I am right now when it comes to certain things, and I'm just not there. But you got to be vulnerable. You got to be open, unashamed to be that direct. You don't have to come off like you there already if you don't feel like that. Graciously speaking, you don't. You know you can't deal with something, take something, talk, be open. Don't You can't do the passive aggressive shit. I'm gonna make you find out and figure it out. You cannot do that. That's not actually being direct. When you want someone to get to know you, you don't make them work for it. I can't assume. I have to let you express yourself. But if you want me to know you, you'd have to be open and courageous enough and wise enough to know you and how to give you to someone. That is the first mutual respect that you can offer to yourself first and to others second. When you know you and you know what you can't deal with and can't do, hey, I ain't there with this. I get it. Trust me. But I know me right now and I can't take that. I ain't saying I can't grow with you, but I'm just letting you know with you, it's gonna be some trouble. Like, it's just what it is. But I'm gonna be direct with you if I can't take it. So if I respect myself enough to know what I need, I'm gonna respect yours. Okay, so what about you? Well, then shit, I can't take this, that, and third. It's just like, well, damn, shit. But again, I'm willing to grow with you. Cause I'm not just gonna leave it there. Like, yeah, bro, it's I gotta respect what you need. What you need is gonna, in a sense, be why I'm going to want to know this. I'm not trying to cross a boundary. Like, listen, dude, if you know people go to the army, the military, and they come back shell shocked. Meaning when 4th of July hit, bro, they automatically into war mode because that's reminding them of something that is triggering. And that trigger can be very, very like dangerous to some people because of the experience that comes with that type of sound, that type of noise, that vibration. So it's like, yo, you can't do this around me. Like, yeah, I'm willing to come back home, baby, to my kids, but I know like they want to pop firecrackers on the 4th of July. That's going to be something that has to change. We got to move into a different area where they don't do that type of stuff because I go crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you'd have to understand, like, okay, if y'all want to be with this person, I can respect that because right now, this is where they are, and I see that. It can make things work. But that can only happen, number one, with being direct. And the key to being direct, number one, is mutual respect. Can you be real with yourself enough to be real with someone else? It's still going to take empathy to put your feet in someone else's shoes. Again, the number two would be directness and honesty. You got to be direct and honest. If you're not upfront, straight, don't sugarcoat it. Don't compartmentalize it. Don't do none of that. Don't do that stuff. When you trying to help someone to get to know you, you gotta be direct and real with them. They gotta be able to see the real, raw, rugged you. If they ain't seeing triple R, then are you being honest? Are you being real? You gotta ask yourself that. So you gotta be direct. You gotta be honest. You get to be honest. This is what they're saying. Be real with me. Be honest with me because listen, it ain't gonna be too many times where I'm gonna be this open to accept you for everything you show me. Like if I didn't felt you this long to know, like, when I see you, just give me everything. I don't care, bro. Like, I'd rather be overwhelmed because you was honest than underwhelmed because you're not keeping it a buck with me. And then that underwhelming is going to turn into an overwhelming because I'm tired of being underwhelmed by you. It's like, you want to be direct. You want to be honest. Be real. And don't compartmentalize it. You ain't got to throw extra words in there. Just be blunt, bro. Who cares if they get upset at your realness? Let somebody get upset because you'd rather be real than fake. You don't want nobody being upset with you if you're being fake. So don't be fake. Just be real. Be everything you are, bro. With zero judgment. And even if I judge you, you'd be like, bro, still be real. That's what it's about. Be real. Directness and honesty. Be real. That was key too. Number 3, which is my favorite. Calmness. Calmness. You can take a deep breath and you just say, calmness. I'm telling you, that works. This is you reflecting from an observation of calmness. That's what that is. It's calmness. Like, dude, you see how you can get a little aggy, a little ag-eye, a little irritated. You can get that. But understand, is that what's changing? Ain't nobody saying you ain't being real. You got a key. You have a key. And Michael Myers ass, he's walking, and for some reason, it's like one step that he takes, it look like 5, bro. And you got your key at the door locked, you're trying to get inside the house before his ass gets you. And look at you. You got all these goddamn, first of all, you got all these goddamn keys on your hook, and you don't even need them. You don't even need them. Nah, I bet your ass don't get rid of them, watch. But now you got your key, you're trying to figure out which key to take, all of that bullshit. And now you see the key, you're gonna try this one because you hope it's the right one, and it ain't the right one. So damn, now you're trying this passive ass key. You're trying to, oh my gosh. And now you go on to the other key. Oh my shit, he's coming, he's close. Here go the aggressive one, because now you're scared. You're driving that motherfucker in and you're like, ugh. And it ain't even fitting. Calm your ass down, woman. And I put it in there. You got it in there. That's the wrong key to that aggressive ass. Get that key out of there. Hurry up. And now you're going and you're fiddling again. Now you got this passive aggressive, because now you ain't trying to be jammy and shit like that, but then you still a little shaky and you scared. So now you got that passive aggressive key. And now you like, and it ain't working. He like 5 steps from your ass. And you take that out and you're like, oh my God, okay, calm down, take a deep breath. Bitch, please calm your ass down. And now you're like, okay, this gotta be the bitch. And now you stick it in there and you turn it, you open it up, you close the door and you lock it. And now you're safe until you turn around. Nah, but that's how that shit is, bro. You gotta like really zone in on calmness, because for real, Mike Myers could have got that ass if he ran. I don't know why the nigga walked. For real. Nigga, run, bro. You probably killed more people. Yeah, that. Like, get in there, bro. But it's your calmness that gets you through the door. It's your calmness that connects you back to yourself. When you having anxiety attacks and panic attacks, you want to be calm then. So why it ain't the same when you talking to yourself? Alrighty then. Alrighty then. Okay. Shout out to Jim Carrey, bro. So that's being able to manage your emotions. In other words, like being able to just keep building. Like you can't even get through a conversation if you're not calm. You know, because you know what you're gonna end up doing. You're gonna cut them off, call them out their name, do all the other bullshit. Because first you started the conversation already here. Because nigga, you ticked. You gotta even have the conversation. Because of expectations and hidden anger. That hidden anger is a bitch. So now, the moment they say some stupid shit out their mouth to you, and anything that they say out their mouth anyway is about this conversation that you don't even feel like they should be having with you because your intellectual is just so high. It's just like, bro, now I'm here. You can't even see the motherfucking hand no more inside of the camera. You can't see the shit no more. It's gone. And now you trying to find your hand and something to fucking stop you from blowing the fuck up. Like, bro, now what? You gone, bro. You on your way to the top. It's just you to the top. Boom, you're gone. And now you lashing out at some shit. What happened to calmness? Because calmness is how we resolute through conversation that may be tough. Instead of it being your way versus my way versus your way, how can we create a way that we don't have to be right back in our way? Build. I need to talk to you. That don't even sound like your ass want to build. It don't sound like you want to work on some shit. It sound like you trying to work shit. Your ass trying to throw hands, my boy. You need to go paint. Your ass need to go and paint. You need to go make up a cheer. Miss Mary, Matt head ass. That's what you need to go and do. Yeah. Woo! Can't folk. That's what it's about, bro. Being aware with your feminine, conscious at night. Yeah. Build, find resolution in all communicative agreements or disagreements. It's okay to have a disagreement. We already understand that a disagreement is what you call an argument. See what it is? You arguing? All right, what's the point of the conversation, Keisha? Because you already sound like you just trying to fight. Bitch, I ain't trying to fight. You just be like, okay, so why you got to say all of that? You ain't never called me that. You told me you only call people that when you trying to throw hands. Bitch, you look like I'm trying to throw hands because if I was, I'd have beat your bitch ass. Why you gotta keep saying what you saying though? Cause I can say whatever I want to say. Keep saying I can do what I want to say. It's like, bro, I ain't trying to fight you, Keisha, cause that's cause you a bitch. I ain't gotta be a bitch to not fight you, Keisha. What if I'm wise? What if I'm just being wise, Keisha? And what if you right now just being a little over emotional, Kiki? Well, maybe I am. Yeah. Yo. I want to build with you, Keisha. Because listen, this shit's funny. This shit is funny, bro. But like, we can get past this shit. Let's build. How about this? You tell me exactly how you feel and why you feel the way you feel. I'm gonna tell you how I feel and why I feel the way I feel. But listen, when we do it, we're not gonna do it as in a sense like I can't take what you're saying, you can't take what I'm saying. I'm just trying to get to know why you feel the way you feel, honestly. Because I know if I don't, we can never truly build. How can we diagnose our problem when we can't sit and listen to the shits without fighting each other all the fucking time? You got a point. Keisha, you don't gotta talk like that no more. Damn. Okay, my God. I like my voice. You sound like the Cookie Monster. Well, come eat these cookies. Nah, man, like we get to be calm because calmness helps you to observe the solutions that you can bring into this disagreement or this argument to bring resolution to this conflict. You can help yourself if you help yourself. Be calm. The last key principle, this probably, I ain't gonna lie to you, this might be the toughest principle that I in my entire lifetime have saw, not just men, but women too, hold themselves to. Responsibility. Holding yourself responsible. Responsible to what, might I add? The fuck you mean? Understanding that, are we building or are we tearing some shit down? Because listen, I know how to tear some shit down. But is that all we want to get used to doing with each other, is tearing some shit down? No. When you communicating with someone, it ain't always about you having to, first of all, be right. Because you can be right and still be wrong. So stop, just get rid of that concept of trying to fucking be right. Who gives a shit, bro? Why would you want to be right just for somebody to be mad at you for 30 fucking years? Come on, somebody, get your priorities into fucking shape. Not that fucking Matilda movie, bro. You know what I'm saying? What was the father used to say to the daughter? I'm big, you're small. I'm right, you're wrong. I used to say some other shit, man. But there's nothing you can do about that. Like, what? Sometimes that's how we be, bro. Like, get rid of that bull, and now you can move towards, okay, if it ain't about being right or wrong, now what? You're gonna have to ask yourself a question here or there. The only other fucking thing to do when ain't nobody trying to be right or wrong in this hoe is be able to listen to each other now from empathy. All right, well, shit, if I ain't right and you ain't right, and I ain't wrong and you ain't wrong, let me just try to understand you, why you did what you did then. That's what it's about. It's only about understanding why people do what they do. If you don't never understand why people do what they do, you probably wouldn't think you on Earth. You probably think your ass alien and ain't nobody else like you. Ain't nobody else gonna ever get you. And you might as well stay to yourself. Fuck everybody else. To heaven with you and to hell with everybody else. That's what it is. Take responsibility by remembering yourself from an observing, calm state so that you can empathize, understand, connect. Listen, communication is not about point A getting to point B through volume, through aggression, through volume and aggression. It's about being real. When these words are real, you'll feel them. Through communication, you don't want nobody to be afraid of you. I mean, come on, let's just call it what it is. If I'm afraid of you, I don't want nothing to do with you, dude. And if you gotta walk around like you're a bully, what are you afraid of? What are you afraid of? What are you afraid of? I hope that it's not me. So what are you afraid of? What are you afraid of, man? Right? No one's the bully when everyone holds themselves responsible to what? Connection. Communication was always about connection. There's more than one way to skin a cat. There's more than one way to communicate, as we see. There's more than one way to connect through communication. It's not just telepathy, but it's using your words. We got to get out of Babyville. Get out of this goo goo gaga. Get out of the anger. Let's get more into the mature directness of just connecting with each other. Dude, ain't nobody telling you you gotta have Earth down pack. Like, for real. You don't gotta have Earth down pack to communicate, bro. Communicate where you at, where you feel like you at in life. That's it. Like, if you don't know how to put together a table or a desk or change a fucking tire, who gives a shit? If I know how to do it, I can either teach you or I can either do it myself. If I ain't got time to teach you, I'm gonna do the shit myself. Because what do me knowing how to change a tire and then getting mad at you for not knowing how to change a tire instead of me just putting that energy into teaching you how to do it to show that I can also teach it because I know it versus get angry about something you don't know, and now all my energy went into anger about what you don't know, and I feel like you should know because you're supposed to be the man of the relationship. You're supposed to provide, protect, and this, that, and the third. You get into all of that noise. That's only convenient to when you don't want to hear something from someone. Malanta little probabaka. For real though, like some real shit, bro. Some real shit, for real. Real shit. So it's like, but when you responsible to what? Connection. Your ass, when a phone call drop, when you FaceTiming somebody or you on a call with somebody and you really want to talk to them and the phone accidentally drop, you calling them. And maybe they calling you right back, but you don't even care because you calling them back because you still want to talk to them. You like talking to them. But shit, if a phone call drop, they don't call you, you ain't calling them. Fuck them. That's, bro, connection. When you want to talk to somebody, you going to call back as soon as that connection get there. Connection. You like talking to people that you ain't got to fight with. Connection. You like connecting with those that you're not competing with. Connection. Momana Nakanta. Pinkies up. Connection. Hold yourself responsible for this key principle. That's the most important one. Hold yourself responsible to what? Connection. I want to make sure we got that. We hold ourselves responsible to what? Connection. Let every conversation you have, every disagreement you want to resolve, be through the lens or take place through the lens of what? Connection. Because if it's not being filtered through connection, you tell me what is being filtered through. How is your conversations now going if it is not based on connection? Responsibility to connection. Owning how you feel, yo. Being real. Not taking your fucking fingers and pointing them at somebody else. That's blaming people, bro. Get out of the blaming game shit. Like, how you gonna get anywhere with talking to somebody and communicating with someone, and you so focused on, as long as I ain't the one to blame, it ain't about to be my fault. I should become like a little child, not be an immature cunt. What are some of the ways that we can practice being more direct? There's 5 ways that I can give to strengthen assertive, direct communication. If you have any, let me know. If you have any ways to build an assertive, direct communication, let me know. Let me know your 5 principles. Let me know your 5 key ways of building in a stronger, healthier connection, being direct and assertive. I'm gonna give you my 5. You give me your 5. Use I. Use I to focus on who? Not them, but yourself. Use I to focus on whose emotions? Not their emotions, but whose feelings? Your feelings. Use I to focus on whose anger? Not theirs, not their frustration, yours. Your frustration. It'd be my frustration. It'd be my feelings. It'd be my thoughts. You want to use I, because when you use I, you take the pressure off of them from feeling like they are to be accused of something. Because when you start with I feel this way, you're taking responsibility. You're owning how you feel. Own how you feel by using I statements. Number two. Number two. That was good shit, bro. That was really good shit. That was really, really good. Cause I'm telling you, owning your own shit, bro, it's so key. Cause you don't need nobody else to tell you about yourself. And even if you did have somebody there, you know they're only coming from where? Connection. You know they coming from connection. You ain't trying to fight, bro. Shit, I just saw myself today, talking to myself today. Like, yo, connection. It ain't about, well, shit, you just talking about me. Shit, well, then what about your ass? Shit. The book. So, using I statements help you to bring the focus and attention back to yourself so that you'll never blame somebody else. That's really what it is. Be, in a sense, responsible by bringing and owning your own emotions, right? Bam, that's it. Number 2, be clear and specific. So you don't gotta worry about somebody misunderstanding you. Everybody don't gotta understand you, cuz. They ain't gotta understand you. You don't gotta be nothing that nobody wants you to be. But be clear and direct when you be yourself. That's it. Speak and be very clear with what you mean by what you say. If you like being goofy, you like being childlike, you like expressing yourself as masculine and feminine in union with yourself, be clear and direct with that shit. Express how you feel. No matter what, and let somebody else's insecurity be theirs. But be clear and assertive about who you are, because that shows security. Be clear and specific. State your needs and your requests very clear when you, especially in a relationship. Because you're going to get tried in friendships. You're going to get tried by family members. You're going to get tried by people that don't know you. You're going to get tried by your significant others, your lovers. You're going to get tried by that shit, bro. It is just what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just get off work. You know what I'm saying? You know you got some more shit around the house to take care of. You and your significant others, and y'all done made a pact. Y'all like, hey, we gonna take care of this, you gonna take care of this, I'm gonna take care of this. Everybody taking care of what they gotta take care of. We know if it's an emergency, we gotta do what we gotta do. But shit, if it ain't no emergency, let's everybody just do their part. Bam! Cause we gotta run this motherfucker like a well-oiled machine. You get home, you chilling, you boom, you know what I'm saying? You relaxing, cause you know you got some more shit to take care of. But then you run into something that's not done. And you really needed that to be done so that you won't have to kind of like break the chain that's going, the link that's going. Hey, babe, I just wanted to, I don't know how your day going so far. How you feeling? Well, I mean, right now I'm just kind of like right now I just got a headache. Yeah, I realized that the laundry wasn't done, and I know I needed some stuff that I wanted to wear today, but You just not feeling well right now? No, I'm not feeling well right now. I got you. Don't worry about it. I'm about to put this in the wash machine, get it done real quick, and just not. Cause what else? What you gonna say? What you gonna do? What's gonna happen? You gonna want them to get up and do this shit? Nah, cause bro, if they ain't feeling well, go do this shit. Go knock it out. Here go another scenario because that was very empathetic. Connection. Hey, babe, you didn't get a chance to wash or dry the colors because they're still in the dirty clothes pile. Yeah, so who cares? I didn't give a fuck. I didn't want to wash it today. Hunger. The fuck? Well, I'm doing my part. You know, I could say the same shit, but I'm not. So you know what I'm saying? What if I just stop giving a fuck and I stop doing this and I stop doing this, and then how everything gonna work and how everything? Because if you can say that shit, then I can say that shit, right? Because I don't feel like doing this shit. You think I feel like doing this? You think I feel like, boy, ain't nobody got time for all of this shit. What you want to do? What you want to do? You want to fight about some stank ass drawers? Huh? Wash your own shit then. Well, you know what? Since I gotta wash my own shit, back to the apartments. Like, that's what you gotta sometimes. You don't want to tell them that, but just you don't want to get into that aspect, that part, that communication don't work for nobody. This is why being clear and specific on what you need is like, okay, look, this is how that shit gonna go. All right, you don't give a fuck. Well, let me just be honest with you. If I gotta now put more energy into certain things that I don't really desire to put more energy into, then it's gonna be less energy that I can give to you. If you okay with how you feel right now about what you're saying, I gotta put more energy into that shit, then listen, don't expect me to continue to give energy to you in a way that I was giving energy to you when I gotta take and do your part. Okay, well, shit. Well, since you put it like that, I'll go ahead and put them in the washer and that dryer. My bad. All right. That's what that should be. Number 3, maintain your body language. Now, who struggle with that shit? Who struggle with maintaining body language when it comes to being able to express yourself, but you really don't want to like show that you either interested. You don't want to show that you're disinterested, but you also don't want to show that you're getting irritated or mad. But you just sometimes you just get hard, bro. You ever talking to your girl, bro, and she hits you with the, oh my gosh, bro. Or you got kids and she'll start paying attention to the kids, like, yeah, what you say, baby? Oh, you so funny. Like, bro, it's about maintaining body language because again, what's the point of communication? Connection. When your body language is connected, that engages you. That's the magnetic attraction. It's your connected awareness, not just mentally, but emotionally, but physically. You gotta be engaged. Look at them right in their goddamn pupils. I hear you, sugar. I hear you. I get it. I never got it before this. I swear to God, I get it now. Yeah. Like, nah, you really gotta buckle down and engage. Force yourself to look at them. Look at them in this most vulnerable, direct state. You don't even know who you with when you can't eyeball somebody. You want them to be more direct. But you don't want to look at them when they're being direct. You don't even know what direct look like because you won't look them in the eyes. Hey, though, using confident posture when you're communicating. Understanding, like, you may not know everything that you want to say right then and there, but damn, you can at least look like you know what you want to say. You can fake it till you make it. You did that shit in high school when you was trying to impress Johnny's ass. And you did it too, Johnny, when you was trying to impress Melissa's pissy ass. You did it. You did it. You did it. You did it, bro. And you want to have this calmness about yourself. Listen. I like being animated. But when it comes to a point in time when you are communicating, and the basis of communication should only follow through what? Connection. When you are communicating with your lover especially, and they're expressing some shit to you, for example, You know, your old lady pull you to the side. She like, man, you know, it is hard to kind of like listen to you sometimes because, you know, sometimes I feel like you know more than me, and that kind of like makes me feel inferior to you. And it's like I don't want to feel like you know more because I feel like you're more empowered than me. And I don't feel like I have that much to say when I'm around you because I just feel like you just know me so much. And it's like, well, what's the point of even talking to you when I feel so naked around you? And this is not the nakedness that I want to feel around you, but damn, it's like, I ain't even, it's like I can't even get undressed around you. It's like as soon as I'm in your presence, my titties is out. Like, for real. I'm glad I shaved. It's like, damn. Now you looking at me. You may be seeing the goods, but I feel bad. Like, shit, turn around. No, stop looking at me. It don't even matter because you already see what I have anyway with your eyes closed. God damn. But keep eye contact, bro. Like, don't lose eye contact. When you lose eye contact, it shows disengagement. It shows that you don't even care. But also, again, maintain the posture of I'm into what you're saying. Eye contact to show I care. And calmness to say I'm there for you. Use a loving tone, but be direct and loving and relate. Don't correct. Don't correct. Connect. Don't correct. Connect. Don't correct. Don't correct. Connect. Connect. Relate. I'm sure you got a story that's similar to theirs. Relate. Connect. That's what this is about. It's about connection. This shit ain't about correction. It's about connection. Connect. 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 Number 4. Listen actively. Pay attention, please. Just pay attention. That's all you gotta do. Is pay attention to that person's perspective and why they feel the way they feel. Like that's literally you just showing the utmost respect for them. Because that's what you got for yourself. You can listen to them because you've listened to yourself. You can listen. You have the ability to listen. You too. You got the ability to listen. If you didn't, you probably wouldn't be here because you'd probably be mad, depressed, and you know what that leads to, dude. Come on. You can listen to yourself, you can listen to others. Listening is a form of empathy, but you need compassion to do that. You're compassionate enough to put your feet in your own shoes, to listen to you and how you feel, and be responsible and own your emotions so you can have space for someone else to do that in your reality. If you did it with you, you're used to it. So someone else can be that way with you. You're not just a gift to yourself, you're a gift to the world. Malagantia. At least that's what I thought of Johnson was. You can be who you desire to be when you give that version to yourself. And when you give that version to yourself, you can accept that version in someone else. You can't accept what you have not accepted in yourself. So don't micromanage somebody else's freedom when you are the one handcuffing yourself. Malantika. Listen actively, yo. Ask them what their input is. Relate to a story that they may be expressing to you vulnerably and how they may have envied you. Express a story where you have envied someone else, even if it was them. Relate. Use this time to connect with them. This is what a friend is, not a fucking mentor. Why do you want to be the smartest one in the room? You don't think that that's kind of dumb? You want to be in a room where there's smarter people than you. That be wise. But some people just love teaching what's lost inside of them. And again, number 5, stay calm, dude. If your emotions rise, like listen, take a pause and breathe, man. That's just what it is before responding or reacting. Just take a pause, man. And then even if you don't, it's all good because again, this ain't about correction. This is about connection. You'll have the empathy when you can give it to yourself. And then you'll now have the space to breathe in that moment of empathy that you've given yourself. But you have that space, bro. You'll have it, man. Because these are the benefits of being assertive, yo. It's just being able to reduce this fucking cortisol that it's a hormone that kind of discrete in us. Like that shit. And then when we're secreting a stress hormone like cortisol, all we want to do now is have conflict and compete with each other. Like for real, there goes our self-esteem and confidence. Y'all, this shit improves your fucking connection to one another when you don't have stress to focus on through cortisol releasing in your fucking solar system, bro. Like you ain't dealing with none of that shit. Like this legit is how you mask, like being assertive, you secrete more oxytocin and dopamine, which actually helps you to be more of a better leader. In a way where your leadership is with your own authentic grace and truth. You get to give that shit exactly how you desire to give it. Without judgment, man. You know what I'm saying? These are the benefits. You don't got to think about nobody else's opinion. Because ain't nobody else's opinion can speak louder than your truth anyway. So why focus on it? These are how you build more resolutions and problem solving outcomes through optimism is when you stop looking to correct with assertive communication, but be direct and connect with assertive communication. So this is how you learn or adapt these personal principles of assertiveness that actually helps you evolve more into each other, like a cosmic fucking orbit of rocks coming into each other. And instead of it coming into many pieces, it's almost like a vortex. They just become a bigger one. It's the masculine and feminine union of what it is we desire and what we're looking for. It's like the ultimate way of acceptance. It's love. It's me being able to see myself, expressing myself through observation and intellectual intelligence and emotional intelligence and seeing this is me just acting out. Why can't I accept me? It's like, do I not know what wisdom looked like if I'm in union with my conscience and emotions? You know? Because I know I've been there. I'm telling you, wisdom was right here. And I couldn't see that shit for the life until I saw myself in union with who I am as God. I appreciate everybody for sticking around this month, man, for this incredible Cupid series of communication and what it is we desire and how we desire to communicate, whether that be passive aggressive or assertive. One thing we found out is how we build is through being direct, staying calm, holding ourselves responsible, and being very mutually respectful to one another, because how I want to be treated will be the first principle of how I treat myself. So I appreciate y'all for coming through. Love y'all, and remember, stay careful. Peace.